At last night's CNN Equality Town Hall, there was a lot of serious discussion, but there were a few moments that got a little bit lighter, even a few laughs. Here is a great example of that.
And a supporter approaches you and says, Senator, I am old-fashioned, and my faith teaches me that marriage is between one man and one woman. What is your response?
Well, I'm going to assume it's a guy who said that. And I'm going to say, then just marry one woman. I'm cool with that. Assuming you can find one.
Okay. That was funny. She has been criticized, I've seen, quite a bit for that. Not necessarily from people I always agree with on anything, but a lot of people, probably more centrists, maybe even right wingers, are like, oh, well, then you can write off, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. They started listing all the states that, because you are so callous in your disdain for Christianity, you have no chance of winning these states now.
And I bet the people that are gonna show up and fill in that space are the Gen Zers who live for meme culture. And there are also going to be a lot more LGBTQ people. This is probably one of my favorite moments with Warren. She was having fun. You could totally see she was having fun. In fact, this is her signature move now. When she rubs her hands together, she's literally releasing the hair follicles from snatching the entire audience bald with these quick, funny, this is her new thing. She did the same thing when she made the comment about, if you're gonna just ask, say we can't, why run for president? And then she was like, that's her signature.
Oh, I never noticed that.
So
let alone, let alone the why she's doing it that you you just explained. I want to be clear and fair. You're an advisor to Elizabeth Warren?
I'm a surrogate. The wonderful thing that I love about it, and this is part of the conversation I even had around the town hall too last night, is that the campaign, all honesty, has never asked me to not speak about things that are more important to me. I'm still friends with other people from different campaigns. There's a lot of cross collaboration because I think ultimately the slate of candidates that we have, there's a lot of shared ideals. And I think that this is why all of the back and forth and it's unnecessary, because I think at the end of the day, whoever wins the primary is gonna be someone who has an idea of what kind of conversations need to be happening and what kind of moves they need to make to represent us in the general.
All right, and now I want to address John's point. So this is something that happens all the time, and it's also a point about privilege. So whenever a progressive criticizes anyone on the right, it's very predictable, not just the right wing, but a lot of people in the mainstream media come out and go, oh, you can kiss Pennsylvania goodbye now. Okay, so let's break that down a little bit. So I guess you assume that Pennsylvania is bigoted, right? That they are homophobic, etc. Like this talk of that means you insulted all Christians. Wait a minute, you're not speaking for all Christians. No, you're talking about the fundamentalist Christians who hate gay people. Okay, so, but if you notice, if someone goes after African Americans who's a Republican, nobody ever says, oh, kiss Philadelphia goodbye. And without Philly, you can't win Pennsylvania. Forget Pennsylvania. Right. I can't believe this idiot would dare to criticize African Americans. Look, Trump today doing a rally or yesterday attacking Somali immigrants who are African Americans and Muslims. And nobody's saying kiss Michigan goodbye because you just offended all Muslims. Kiss Pennsylvania goodbye because of the African American vote that is significant in that state, etc. Because the people in power don't relate to black folks, don't relate to poor folks, don't relate to Muslims. They relate to other people. So they automatically assume, well, okay, that's it. Since you offended someone like me, even if I don't agree with them, but fit my demographic, I'm assuming you're gonna lose. And I'm gonna tell everybody you're gonna lose, thereby hurt your candidacy. But if you offend people that are not in power, that are a significant voting bloc, no one cares.
And let's be real. did you actually believe that they necessarily had it to begin with? Like, it's one of those things where that would have been the same response no matter what was said, what the outcome was. It would have been just that. And even with Elizabeth Warren, if she were too rigid and serious, oh, she needs to loosen up. She's like the same thing they did with Hillary. But now she's cracking jokes and she's like, she got her hand game going on and her like crap shoot moves and now she's just not taking this serious. She's just, gay rights. Now she's, at the end of the day, most of what they're adding to the conversation has no real merit or validity or any factual data supporting their belief.
So that's the last thing I was gonna say because it's so important. You're not gonna get the racist, bigoted, homophobic Trump voter anyway.
Yeah.
Stop it. It's total nonsense. It's not like there's somebody sitting in the middle of Pennsylvania going, oh man, I hate gay people and I hate black people and stuff. But I was thinking about voting for Warren instead of Trump. But when she said that comment about I should marry one woman, which I agree with, that really made me mad and now I'm not gonna vote. That's gaslighting 101, okay? And it was never the case. But I want you to know its real intent. The people who do it, they might not even consciously know it. I would actually guess that most of them don't consciously know it. But the intent is, if you're a progressive, don't speak up. Don't fight back, because then I'll tell you you're stupid and you're gonna lose the election, because what is their assumption? The country is center right. That's not remotely true if you look at the polling, it's the exact opposite. 2/3 of the country is progressive, and I can prove it to you in 24 polls. But everyone on television assumes, everyone in the pundit class assumes, country's right wing, country hates gay people, right? What an idiot supporting gay people, you're gonna lose Pennsylvania, right? Well, then why are we having the forum? Why do we even have a Democratic Party? No, the whole point is to try to get people like Elizabeth Warren to shut up. Well, she doesn't agree and she won't do it, and nevertheless, she persisted. And that's what people like about her, and guess what? That's why she's right now the front runner in the race. It's not like being more progressive hurt her, it took her from near bottom to the very, very top. How many times have you heard pundits on television go, you know what, it was a brilliant move by Elizabeth Warren to be really, really progressive. It took her from anonymity nearly, and I mean after they wrote her off in the beginning, you remember that? After the Native American heritage so-called scandal, controversy, etc. Every so-called smart analyst on TV was like, oh, she's done, we're done with her, right? Now she's #1. How did she get there? Through bold, progressive plans.
And credit. One of the things I love the most about Elizabeth Warren, she gives credit where it's due. So she will give Bernie credit. She will give Castro credit. She will say, you had this amazing idea. I support that. I may not understand the nuts and bolts of it, but you know what? You're working on this. I support that. And I think that it's going to take a candidate who's going to be able to unify. And so that 2/3 that you're talking about, I think it's because we're all starting to see through the gaslit fog of the GOP and these talking heads and political hacks who are just trying to scare us because really they're afraid because they know TikTok time's up.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.